In May 1940, as German forces advanced through France, Allied troops found themselves surrounded and trapped on the beaches of Dunkirk, facing imminent destruction or capture. Operation Dynamo. In response to the crisis, Operation Dynamo was initiated by the British to evacuate the stranded Allied forces from Dunkirk and bring them safely back to Britain. Preparations and planning. Emergency evacuation. With the situation in France rapidly deteriorating, British military leaders hastily organized Operation Dynamo to rescue as many troops as possible from Dunkirk. Coordination and resources. The operation involved a coordinated effort between naval vessels, civilian boats, and military aircraft to transport soldiers from the beaches to larger ships waiting offshore. Securing the perimeter. Despite heavy enemy fire and constant air raids, British troops on the ground worked to defend the evacuation perimeter and buy time for the evacuation to proceed. Execution of the evacuation. Beachside evacuation. As the operation got underway, soldiers queued up along the beaches, awaiting their turn to board the waiting ships. Civilians, including fishermen and pleasure boat owners, joined the effort, braving enemy fire to rescue Allied troops. Navy's contribution. British naval vessels, including destroyers, minesweepers, and ferries, played a crucial role in ferrying troops from the beaches to the larger ships anchored offshore. Aerial support. The Royal Air Force provided air cover for the evacuation, engaging German aircraft to protect the fleeing ships and troops from aerial attacks. Challenges and sacrifices. Enemy attacks. Throughout the evacuation, Allied forces faced relentless attacks from German aircraft and artillery, resulting in heavy casualties and the sinking of numerous ships. Casualties and losses. Despite the best efforts of the evacuation operation, thousands of Allied soldiers were killed, wounded, or captured during the chaotic retreat from Dunkirk. Courage and resilience. Despite the dire circumstances, Allied troops and civilians displayed remarkable courage and determination, refusing to surrender and fighting on against overwhelming odds. Success and legacy. Mass evacuation. Over the course of 9 days, Operation Dynamo successfully evacuated over 330,000 Allied troops from Dunkirk, exceeding initial expectations and saving the bulk of Britain's fighting force from capture or annihilation. Symbol of resilience. The evacuation of Dunkirk became a symbol of British resilience and determination in the face of adversity, galvanizing public morale and strengthening the resolve to continue the fight against Nazi Germany. Turning point. Although a retreat by nature, the successful evacuation of Dunkirk allowed the Allies to regroup and rearm, preventing a catastrophic defeat and laying the groundwork for future Allied victories in the war.